For example, in Surah 355, the upper you say that Jesus was not nailed but tied to the cross.
My dear brother, look, now you said, look, wait a minute, you lied against me. You lied against me. I gave you the Quran already. No, you own the Quran already. Open that Quran and you do that.
There was a question and answer segment in which Christians came out to ask Ahmed Deedat, Muslim scholar, questions. You won't believe this happened to this Christian man after he asked Ahmed Deedat about Jesus and how the crowd also reacted to his question.
We'll take, because this brother happened to be the first. I admire him. I should congratulate him. He was the first man to get up for asking questions. You have the first chance, my brother.
Right, sir, that question I'm going to ask you from the Quran and I will read it in Arabic. So please, for this English spoken, it's very hard to translate it for me. If anybody, he can translate it, what will mean after my reading, go ahead.
My brother, I make it easy for you. I gave you the Quran already. No, you own the Quran already. Open that Quran and read it in Arabic and read it, the translation. Look, I gave it to you already. Be fair. Look, I give you time. I give you a chance. I give you a chance. You get that Quran, find that verse, read it in Arabic, and give them the translation. You do that. Yes, my brother.
Mr. Deedat, as you know, I'm a Christian and I'm fascinated by the work you are doing. Let me start from the beginning, Mr. Deedat. In your Afrikaans Quran, the one written and printed and revised recently by you and your Islamic Propagation Centre in South Africa, there are two key verses, Surah 355 and Surah 5120, which talk about Jesus. For example, in Surah 355, the Afrikaan is rendered this way: I am causing you to die. Muslims in South Africa have taken you to task over this translation. For you are saying that Jesus did die. In your lectures and books, in fact, The Choice, which is your own book, which I have, I read about 6 years ago, and I believe it was around about chapter 10, where you say that Jesus was not nailed, but tied to the cross.
My dear brother, look, now you said, look, wait a minute, you lied against me. You are, look. You lied against me. More than one lie you uttered already. I'm telling you, you lied against me more than once already, and I will not allow you to continue lying. Now imagine the man is now, he hears me lecturing in English. He listens to me in English, right? He listens to me in English, and he's talking about an Afrikaans Quran. Afrikaans I don't know. Then he's talking about my book. Yes, my brother. No. Where's my brother with the Quran? Huh? He fled. You mean he fled? Look, Allah made it. Allah set him up. to answer the question right and get the Quran. Look, it's not planned by me. I don't know who the man was. He put up the hand. I said, yes, you. He gave the right answer. I gave him the Quran. What makes Good Friday good? I want some Christian gentleman or lady to tell me that. And I will present them with this book, this Encyclopedia of Islam, the Holy Quran, 2,000 pages, text translation, commentary. I want to present it to somebody who will give me, I want a Christian, an answer from the Christian. What makes Good Friday good?
Because as our believing, Jesus Christ sacrificed himself for our sin.
Great. I wanted this simpler, is that Christ died for our sins. But you said that. You said that. In so many words, that is the answer. This is yours. Look at it. Look at the setup. This is how God works. He is the first man to ask question. He wants to read it in Arabic because he's an Arab. Okay, he's entitled to. Now he wants somebody to translate for him. So why do you do that? You got the Quran already. I presented you with. Go back, sit down while the other guys are busy. Find that verse, and you come out and you read the Arabic and you read the translation. Can anything be fairer than that? No. But you see, it's a kind of, I don't know what to say. This spirit that they have, that spirit deserts them. So out they go. And see the other guy, he was talking about an Afrikaans Quran. I don't know Afrikaans. He's going to quote from there. I said, look, here is a Quran. Open it. See the same verse. Tell me. He said, in my book, The Choice, he read 6 years ago. He's a liar because this book has only come out now. Choice. No. Lies upon lies. So I said, now look, here's my brother. You talk about the choice. Here's the choice. Find that chapter and verse where I said Jesus died, that he was not nailed, but he was tied. Did I say that? I'm saying these are the Christian theories. One Christian sect or denomination says this, the Jehovah's Witnesses say that. These are your theories. These are your artists who are drawing these drawings about Jesus being nailed, Jesus being tied up with ropes. That's not mine, so I give you the choice. I said the Jehovah's Witness says, no, he was put on a stake, and he was standing like this, no, not like that. I said, look, these are the choices I'm giving you in my book. The choices I'm giving you in my book. Now you take the choice. What happened? Because your Christians are telling me all these variant things about what happened to Jesus. Now he said, I said, no, I didn't say that. You said, I said, in the choice. I said, here's the choice. Come on, find it and read it to the people. No, the man, amazing. Yes, my son.
Wow. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm so speechless and I don't want to take side. I'm confused on how to put my words because what I just watched now was totally unbelievable. I couldn't believe my eye. The first man asking that question, if you can read something in Arabic, so why do you want them to translate it for you? Right? That's another question, right? If you can read something in Arabic, if you're a Christian and you can read the Quran in Arabic, then you don't need somebody to translate for you. The only one you can read it in Arabic, then you can go ahead and say, okay, let them read it and translate it for you, right? Then the next person, the Christian man, who said Ahmed Deedat wrote about Jesus Christ and he claimed that Jesus Christ died in the Quran book. This first time I'm hearing that Ahmed Deedat wrote a Quran. I don't understand. I'm still trying and don't know if that really makes sense to me because I've not come across a video like that. And it was like, if he could have admitted that Jesus died, then why does he keep saying that, oh, Jesus never died on the cross, blah blah blah? And immediately he was thrown out. They offed his mic at first. Then later Ahmed Deedat was so angry with him, then they threw him out of the stage and the man was so aggressive. He wanted to voice out his opinion where I know they should have given him more time to let us hear from him. Maybe he would have corrected himself. Maybe he contradicted himself. He said things he was not supposed to say. At least they should have given him time to at least say more things before putting off the mic. and Ahmed Deedat clearing the hair. Then the last part was where he gave Quran out for answering a question about Good Friday. Like, wow, that's serious. Asking a Christian, answering a question about Christianity, Good Friday, then getting a Quran. Does that mean the person is partially a Muslim, or the person is trying to accept Islam? Well, that was a very, very intense, and the Christian man was so aggressive. Only God knows what was running through his mind before he asked that question, or how long he has been willing to throw this question to Ahmed Deedat. Well, wow.